All right, Anthony on Air podcast, jam-packed episode. Is Britney Spears in trouble? Is Johnny Depp a drug addict? And is there a Glee curse? We are going to attempt to and definitely fail at answering all three of those questions. Jay Sabs is here with us. Let's start with Johnny Depp, and he's got a little bit of a drug problem. We talked about this on a... Oh, yeah. I'm starting to get a hint of it. We talked about this on a previous podcast where... Amber Heard pooped on their marital bed. If you missed that one, we'll put a link on the YouTube card. So if you're on Facebook, you're screwed. If you're listening on the podcast, audio version, also screwed. Go to anthonyonair.com for the link on that. And a lot of people, it's funny. I got a lot of, clickbait. It wasn't clickbait. She really took a dump on their bed as a prank.
Oh, I know. It was little duties, so it could have came from a dog, but she's small, so she probably has small duties.
Yeah, well, I guess she tried to blame it on the dog at first, and then
but there's a difference. Come on.
Yeah, and then she copped to it. Now, I think this little trial between the two of them is going to be the gift that keeps on giving. She posted a photo of Johnny Depp like passed out. And then a shot of the table like next to him and everything that was on the table. And there's just, it's like a drug dealer's fantasy kit, I guess you would say. Like everything you need to be like an awesome, drug addict.
Maybe like a party in Vegas kit?
Like a party in Vegas kit. Almost. Yeah, basically. All right, let's take a look at what he's got here on the table. There's a lot of things. I'll put it up on the screen here for everybody to see. Let it focus up there for a second. Okay, so we have, let's start down on the bottom. You'll see 4 lines of cocaine right there. There's 4 lines.
4 is good to start out with, don't you think?
4 is a good number, I guess. I don't know, having not done cocaine ever in my lifetime.
Me either.
There we go. 4 lines of coke right there. His license.
But you know what, fam?
What?
A lot of people do coke.
Do coke?
Yeah, they do.
I've never done coke in my life. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've ever been in a room, the same room as somebody who's done coke.
I have.
You have?
At work. Again.
This is the same job that somebody took a dump in somebody else's desk in. Same job that somebody also was doing lunch timing as a dominatrix.
No, that was a different job.
Oh, that was a different job.
The duty and the coke, definitely together.
Yeah. Well, doesn't coke make you go duty? I feel like this is a movie joke. I don't know if that's true.
I think you're right.
Because don't they put don't they cut it with like laxatives and stuff like that sometimes?
I think you're right.
I'm literally getting all of my drug knowledge from movies, from movie jokes. All right, so here's a zoomed up thing. And by the way, why is it always 4? I feel like it's always 4 lines of. Is that like a standard measurement of coke?
I think so.
4 lines. There's 4 lines of coke. There's his driver's license. There's something labeled paraphernalia. I'm guessing that's what he's snorting it through because you don't want to snort it through money. That's skeevy. He's got a glass of whiskey. And by the way, that's a beer-sized glass filled up all the way to the top. That's not just a shot of whiskey, for the love of God.
It's about 8 shots.
And then he's got a Johnny Depp branded drug box. You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. I learned that from the School of Rock. And that having your own branded drug box is some pretty hardcore stuff right there.
I mean, does life get any better?
Nothing says I have a drug problem and money more than a personally branded fucking drug box.
I agree.
I mean, again, this is a guy that's headed. Well, I guess it's over the Pirates of the Caribbean, but I mean, this is one of Disney's
just that movie.
Huge stars.
Exactly. He was definitely high in every scene of that movie. All the movies.
I swear to God, I never saw Pirates of the Caribbean. Not one of them. I gotta watch them.
They're actually pretty good.
I know. I'm sure they're spectacular, but I don't know.
Okay.
I had to do the premiere of the first one, and I was annoyed about having to work on the Sunday. It was like the super secret premiere, and I show up there. This is when I was at CBS FM. I show up there thinking that I'm just gonna like be organizing the event, and now as it turns out, like the movie company had this whole like thing planned, and so they're talking to me about it, and they're like, "You are hosting this, right?" I'm like, "No," I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Like, and they're like, "Oh no, no, you gotta." So I had to like play games and everything, and it was a whole.
Oh, and like talk to people.
It was a real to
Oh,
do. The thing that annoyed me the most is this was when it was Jack FM.
oh
So
God.
his name is Captain Jack Sparrow. So I had to be Captain Jack FM. That was their big,
Oh my God.
yeah. I was none too
You must have
pleased.
loved that.
I was none too pleased about it.
No.
Uh, and then this is maybe the best. This may be the best part about all of it. He has not only a Keith Richards CD, but a burned Keith Richards CD. Like this is fucking 1998. Like, what did you do? Run to CVS and get a whole spindle of CDRs just before you went on your drug binge? You psychopath.
Let me go get that.
I mean,
Oh, I'm frozen.
there you go. Now you're back. Oh, and I guess there's a block of tobacco or a bag of tobacco towards the back of the very embarrassing coffee mug right there.
Oh God.
One of those like I'm a soccer mom travel, like one of the things that you and
Yeah.
I would own. There's Johnny Depp with it.
Don't you even call me a soccer mom.
You and I are soccer moms, Janine. Let's face it. Let's be honest with each other. Here's the weird thing. He went out and got a personally branded drug box, but he's got just an average run of the mill Starbucks refillable mug. That doesn't seem right to me.
It doesn't.
That seems like odd priorities.
Do you think that someone gave him that gift?
The drug
Like,
box?
you know what? Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good
I
that's a
think
good
I think
question.
someone did.
That's a good question. How was your Christmas, Johnny? It was great. I got a drug box. Super excited about it.
Oh God.
Can't wait to fill it with some crack and some cocaine. It's going to be amazing.
Oh God. Oh, drugs.
I didn't even know. Look, you got the same. Look, we're both drinking out of the similar stupid mugs. You the same thing. I didn't even know drug boxes existed. Like I didn't even know that was a thing until this came out. I'm telling you, there's a whole world that I'm not privy to, not a part of, and don't even know really truly exists.
Yeah, fam.
I'm sheltered.
A little bit.
I'm friggin' sheltered, dude.
You haven't lived until you've worked at a place where someone shat in someone else's desk. That's it.
No kidding. You ain't kidding.
These are real world experiences.
No, no. You know, I was at a place once where somebody put a stink bomb in somebody else's desk, and that was horrific.
Oh God, no.
It was really bad smelling, like the worst smell I've ever smelled. And the bad part was we worked with somebody who did kind of have a little bit of an odor problem, and we thought it was just that person run out of control,
Oh my God.
and it wasn't. And then the person who copped to the stink bomb didn't cop to it till like 11 o'clock, 11:30. But it cleared like half the floor. Like half the floor could not be around. You know where it was in this person's office. It was pretty funny,
Oh God.
but it wasn't a full dookie like where you worked.
It was an old 3 lager.
Now let me ask you a question: does the fact that somebody have a drug box make it any more acceptable to drop a deucer on their pillow? Because I feel like now now that we know all the information,
Right. It's like,
I still don't
maybe it's
love
not
it.
so surprising.
Yeah,
Right.
I still don't love it, but I understand it a little better.
Yeah. Agreed.
I
Oh
don't know.
God.
Is that me? I really feel like that's
No, it's not just you.
okay. It's good to know. Yeah, so I like in the first week of this case, we found out that somebody took a dookie on a pillowcase, and we learned about drug boxes. And by the way, the other picture, I didn't even bring up the other picture. The other picture was him just completely passed out, like next to it. Like he's just like
I love it.
off to the side and just like completely passed out.
Kind of like how our friend was in that picture before.
I guess so. Yeah.
Video.
Janine's referring to a couple of friends of ours are on a trip to Vegas. Yes, during a global pandemic. Let me just answer your question. People are like during the pandemic they went. They went to Vegas.
Because why
Um,
not?
I can't get this picture up now. Oh, here it is. Yes,
That's
there.
what she said.
So this is there he is. You can kind of, if you kind of see him, there he is on the floor there, all kind of curled up in
Oh
a ball.
wow.
Yeah. This changes my perception of Johnny Depp. I got to be honest with you. Like I kind of feel like he was always the kind of cool dude,
Yes.
like douchey actor, but kind of cool about it. You know what I mean? Like there was a scene on what was that Ricky Gervais show? I forget which one it was, but where he literally went on that show and just like made fun of himself. And then he was like shitting on Gervais. Like it was really hysterical. It was really, really funny. That moment, and then I remember the moment where he dressed up like Captain Jack Sparrow and like went and visited all the sick kids in the hospital. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
Like you get these little
Aw.
glimpses of people, and you're like, oh, they're so sweet. And then he's like, oh no, he's passed out next to his drug box with his fucking soccer mom mug
Oh God.
and 4 lines of coke. You know, there's something about 4 lines of coke that seem more at home, like next to like a stripper's ass, not next to soccer mom's, you know, a cup. And he also has a soccer mom bag though. Look at this little bag that the CD is resting on. Like, give me like
Oh God, that's such a boner killer.
that bag should have like extra Nutri-Grain bars in it in case the kids get hungry, not a drug box. I'm sorry.
Oh God.
So I have my opinion on Johnny Depp has changed slightly.
Oh, poor Johnny.
You think this ruins him? I don't
No,
think so.
because you know what? I think people know that he's a big drug addict anyway.
You think so?
Yeah,
Do you think like a lot of Hollywood is like this? You think a lot of Hollywood's like this?
definitely.
I always thought that was
Definitely.
kind of bullshit, to be honest with you.
Like they're all into drugs a lot.
Yeah.
No, I don't know about that.
You think it's for real?
I do. Um, because here's the thing: they're always working, they're always doing things, and a lot of drugs make you stay up. So why not?
Somebody said something to me interesting yesterday that they said that they think the president is like chipping on speed.
He might as well be.
Yeah, like the erratic tweets and I will give him this. Like he's up at the crack of dawn. Like
I know he's always up early, right?
he's tweeting during that 5:45 a.m. dump of his, and then he's like still going at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. That's much more than I can do. That's way more than I can do.
You think he's tweeting while he's dumping?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think that's already been proven. I think somebody like showed a study of like when his like storm of tweets come. It comes during the morning dump.
That's funny because that's how a husband of mine catches up on all group texts. Anytime he replies, you know he's dutying.
I like how you said a husband of mine, like to keep it vague so we don't know what.
You don't know who it is.
Yeah, but you know something? When do you think most of my tweets come in that group chat? Exactly around
Yeah,
the
it's
same
true.
time, you know.
That's true.
If you get more than 4 or 5 TikTok links from me in the group chat,
You're dutying. Definitely.
I'm certainly
Okay.
not painting the shed. You know what I mean? It's not,
Oh God.
not outside fixing the car. That's for sure.
No.
Let's talk about the Glee curse. Now, you watched Glee?
I did watch it.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Um yeah, it's like the Poltergeist movie.
So Naya Rivera, am I saying that right?
I think you're right.
This is like horrifically tragic. She rented a boat with her kid, her 4-year-old son, and then the boat doesn't come back. So the people that rented the boat out to her, like, what the hell? They went and got into the helicopter, went to take a look. The boat's just floating around aimlessly, and the kid's on it, and she's nowhere to be found. Now, they haven't found her yet, right? They still haven't
No.
found her.
The son, they found him sleeping on the boat. He had a life jacket on. and her life jacket was in the boat. So I don't know. Did she jump out, or because they said the waters there were not really rough? So
Yeah, because it was on like a reservoir. It wasn't even
yeah,
like a ocean or anything.
right. No.
Yeah.
So
So do you like? Is it? Do you think it's suicide? Do you think it's like? Was there? There wasn't anybody else with them. It was just the two of them,
no,
right?
it was just them.
That's weird. That could be one of the things too, where like one of those freak occurrences where you have like a seizure, you slip, and
It's true.
you're in the
Right.
water, and
That could
that's
have
it.
happened too.
Yeah, that's
Sad.
weird. It's sad. But the weird thing is this is the sixth person to die from that
Oh
show.
God. Right?
Who else has died? Were they other famous people? Were they other big parts of the show? Because she was like a big part of the show, wasn't she?
She was. Um, Forgetting his name, but he killed himself. I think his name was Corey. Am I
Oh, that
wrong?
was a big deal. Yeah, okay, I remember
Yeah.
that.
I think he was also on drugs.
Okay, wait, I have the list here. Corey, that's right.
Hmm.
Accidental and alcohol overdose. This says that was
Hmm.
2013. In between Corey and her was Mark Sailing. Let me see, who portrayed Puck, pled guilty to
Yes.
possession of child pornography in 2017. Oh, wait, so he's not dead. Is it? He's just in jail? Oh, no. He died by suicide. Okay.
Yep.
Leah Michelle.
Yep. She didn't die though, right? Wait, did she?
I don't know. Last month, cast member Samantha Ware blasted star Leah Michelle on Twitter, claiming she made Ware's time on the show a living hell. Okay, so no, she
Oh,
didn't die.
yeah, no.
Oh, I guess they were just listing like some of the latest things. That's so weird. So now people are saying, is there a Glee curse?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
Could
feels
be.
like it.
Like I was saying, the movie Poltergeist, all those people, the little girl died of something very rare, right?
Yeah.
I think the mother and the father died. That old lady in the movie too.
That's
Has to be a
weird.
curse.
Anything else
Hmm.
happen like? I feel like there was something else that happened like that where a lot of stars died from one show.
Hmm.
Well,
I'll
that's
have
what
to think
Final
about that.
Destination is about, right? Isn't it about like a group of kids and they all wind up dying at some point?
Mm-hmm.
I never saw that.
I saw like all four of them.
Are you serious?
I guess I was like into that.
Or a Final Destination fan club over here. Who
I,
knew? Who knew? All right, and finally, yes, I don't know. It feels weird. Like if you're on this show, you got to be like kind of panicking, get that life insurance in order, and be like, shit.
Is it my turn?
I
Is it my
know
turn?
that would weird me out.
Yeah, it is.
That would really like mess me up. I'd not be able to like do anything.
No.
Is Britney Spears in trouble? Is she crazy? Well,
Don't say anything about my Brittany.
she's a little crazy.
Listen, I think we're all going a little crazy in quarantine. Do you blame her?
I think so. Well, let me tell you what my issue is versus what everybody else's issue is with Britney.
What is it?
I watched Britney's videos because Britney's on TikTok now, and I'm a massive TikTok fan. So I was scrolling through her videos, and I noticed that she just does the same shit in every video.
That same move?
Yeah. And then she twirls around a bunch. She twirls around.
I can
just
do that.
a lot of twirling. Look, see, just a ton of twirling. We'll just scroll through it so you know I'm not full of just more twirling. Just look, twirls.
It's
Lots
that
of
same
twirls.
move.
Yeah.
It's
She-
the Britney move.
She just twirls and looks at the camera. Oh, this one she's complaining about something, but then it's back to the twirling. A lot of spinning and twirling. Which I feel like I'm sorry, but that to me is the weird behavior.
It's weird behavior.
Like you can't just fucking twirl in every video.
No. And by the way, you see how I've progressively gotten darker
Yes.
because of the storm.
Was
Sorry
that
about
Tropic Storm Faye coming your way? It ain't that bad here yet.
No, it really isn't. But Brittany, I mean, like, you gotta feel bad for the girl. Okay?
Well, before you say what you're gonna say, let me tell everybody. So she does this video where there's this whole speech of her talking about, I don't know, whatever else she's talking about, and in the comments, somebody writes like, "I'm worried about you.
Yes.
If there's something wrong, wear a yellow shirt in your next video." And then in the next video, in the next video, she's twirling in a yellow shirt.
Mm.
So like, is she sending a message out there that she's in trouble? Now, isn't she like not in charge of her own life? Isn't her dad like in charge of her whole life?
I think that she still is not allowed to do anything.
Without him saying.
Right.
And didn't she and there was a video like not that long ago where she was like, "I'm sorry I haven't been making videos, but I burned down my dance studio."
Yes. Oh, Brittany.
Didn't she make that like it's one twirling video
After another.
And she doesn't talk in the videos either.
It's very odd. But this has been going on for like weeks, right?
Yeah. I'm back into February. Here's February.
Months.
Twirling away. Just twirling. And like not even good dancing, just the oddest twirling. I'm trying to find the video where she said she burned down her studio.
You know, I'm going to go definitely make a Britney twirl video on TikTok.
As soon as we're done with the podcast, we could look for
exactly
Britney twirl video.
Oh, God.
It's just one video after the next of just nonstop twirling. That's not healthy behavior.
No. Poor Brittany.
Yeah. Okay, is this no. I'm trying to find the video where she says she burns down her own gym.
Oh. Do you know that one time, me, that husband of mine, that brother of mine, that sister-in-law of mine, we all went to a Britney Spears concert?
Did you really drag your brother and your husband to a Britney Spears concert?
They were like this. And while me and Leanne danced and sang Britney songs. It's probably one of the top 10 nights of my life.
No joke. You serious?
I love Britney.
I can't imagine what that's like for your husband or your brother.
Do you remember my little Britney Spears incident?
No. Which one is this?
All right, real quick. Because we're talking about Britney.
This is your time to shine, Janine. This is like if we brought up Metallica for Frank. We would just get out of his way.
I'm just going on and on and on.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of your way. Go ahead.
So it was like right after she was like flashing her pee to the world. Do you remember when she was trying to get out of cars and not wearing underwear?
Yeah.
Shaved her head.
She did that like 7 times. She's like, everybody look at my vagina. Here it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Wearing black wigs.
Yeah. I remember that.
So one Halloween, I dressed up as Britney. Short black wig. You know, schoolgirl outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Underneath my schoolgirl, I had printed a picture of a fake vagina. And I had taped it. And I was flashing people when they came by.
Let me just get this. I just want to make sure everybody's following. You taped a fake vagina picture to your real vagina is what you're saying.
Correct. Actually, you know what? I don't know if it was a fake vagina. I just looked up a vagina on the internet, printed the picture.
So you printed a picture of a real hoo-ha.
Vagina. Yes.
Right.
And then put it underneath my skirt. Over my real vagina.
Got it.
Not like directly, but like, there was layers of clothing. But anyway.
I think that's hilarious. I don't remember that, but I think that's hilarious.
So, me and my friends would like taking pictures, funny pictures, blah, blah, blah. I had worked. This is the same place where the dominatrix worked.
Oh, okay.
So my friend sent me the links of the pictures. I'm looking at them. And in the office where I worked, it was like all glass doors, so everybody could see each other, and it was pretty small too. There was only like 5 people in the office. So my boss is in front of me, behind the wall. I mean, the glass door or whatever. And I accidentally sent him a link to that picture.
Of you
Yeah.
showing off the fake hoo-ha.
Yes. And my friend going like this to it. Now, what I did was I said, hey, I think we should go here next time. And sent him the incorrect link.
Oh, really?
I was planning like a corporate trip. We were supposed to go we could drive around cars or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And instead I sent him this picture of this girl going like this to my vagina.
How did you make that mistake?
I don't know. It still bothers me.
Now, what did you say afterwards? Is it a guy or a girl, the boss?
It's a guy.
So what did he say?
And he's ultra conservative. Like,
Oh.
he didn't really know the real Janine.
Oh, really?
Until that day.
Now, does it look like your real vagina in the shot? Because I know if the shots
I'm
will...
gonna send you the picture.
Send me the picture.
It looks like it. And all of a sudden I was like, I looked at him, right? I was like, oh God, I started, when you just get like a full body sweat
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my God, what did I just do? So I see him click on the link and go like this and shut it really fast.
He shut it really fast?
And then like when he came out, I was like, what am I going to say? Like, I can't ignore this. So I was like, that wasn't me.
Did you just yell out, that wasn't me?
And he's like, hey, whatever you do want to do it in your own time. And I was like, ugh.
Whatever you do on your own time, that's what he said?
Right. So I was like MacGyver. He went out to lunch. I went on his computer because I think we use Skype. And I was like, called up Nick. I was like, Nick, how do I erase this from his computer? And he was like, what'd you do? And this is how I knew it was bad. When he was like, oh shit.
Oh my God.
I don't even know how I did it, but I deleted it from Skype. Meaning like, because Skype they used to like save all the conversations. So I had to go in there and delete it. And I don't even know what I did, but it was deleted.
And it was gone.
Thank God. But the funniest thing ever, he never really went out to lunch. And if he did, it would be like an hour. That day, he never came back from lunch.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
I think he was embarrassed, honestly. I think he was.
Let me tell you something. Can I tell you a story?
What'd you do?
I've had that happen to me in the reverse. Where somebody sent me nude pictures of themselves. Yeah.
Someone you worked with? Oh man.
It was not fun. It was not a pleasant experience.
Email?
Text message.
Oh God.
Yeah, text message. Yeah.
Wait, was it a guy or a girl?
No, a girl.
Okay.
It was a girl, but it didn't make it. I mean, it wasn't fun. There was no fun to it whatsoever.
How closely did you work with this person?
Kind of relatively closely. I mean, she did report to me.
Oh.
And she sent it to me, and I was like, I don't think this is for me. So they're like, what do you do? You're just, by the way, I was at home. I was actually just getting home from a work thing.
You mean you weren't getting off?
I remember because I pulled in the driveway and my phone goes off. I pick it up and I look, and boom, there it is. Like it's just there it is. Like hello, and I was like, okay. I was like, this is. I was like, this is. I was like, I don't even know what to do.
What do
And
you do?
like a minute passes where I'm like, all right. I was like, I called my boss, and I go, listen, I don't really want to make this awkward, but somebody that we work with just sent me nude pictures, and I don't know what to do.
Was it top, bottom, both?
Just about everything.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Butthole too.
I don't remember actually, but maybe. and it was like because here's the thing, like as it turned out, she said it was an accident. She said
Right.
that her boyfriend's name was also Anthony, so that she sent it to the wrong. Which I mean, you can't make that mistake. I mean, but this is a really long time ago. This is a really long time
Okay.
ago. So, but she like there was also like a fair amount of time that passed before she said it was an accident. But I didn't want to like. I was not heartbroken, but I was like, I didn't want to be like, no, like I'm not in. Like I didn't want to like let her down. Like, you know what I mean? Like I had no in. There was no.
Right. Cute butthole, but I'm not in for this. Well, I mean, God. I still, oh God.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's so weird. Like you don't like. There's really like, what do you do? Like there's. There
What
was,
do you do?
and that was the thing. There was never a flirtation between me and this person. There was never like, any
Oh,
like.
she did it on accident, right?
I want to think so. Oh, that's what I was saying. The reason why it made me feel like it wasn't an accident was because she sent it, and then there was like a 5 to 10 minute period of just nothing, and then she was like, "Oh, this was an accident."
Was she like, oh my God, I'm so sorry? Or no?
Kind of, but she was also one of these people that um, like needed attention. Like it was an issue. Like
Okay.
it was an issue when and I wasn't the only one. Like a lot of people, we were kind of like, this one's a problem. Like she needs a lot of
Something's,
attention. There's something
yeah.
something's going on. Like she needs to be in the middle of everything and look at me all the time, and you know
Okay. I
that
get it.
that kind of a thing. So it was a weird. It wasn't like it was a perfectly stable, wonderful like person to be. Not to say that she wasn't stable, but there was something there, and I didn't really know her for all that long too. She was only working there for a couple of months.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's weird. It was not.
Oh,
It was not
what a
a.
tough situation.
If yeah, it's a weird. So I panicked and called the boss right away. I was like, look, this is what happened. I was like,
She showed me her butthole. She showed me her butthole.
yeah, I don't even know if screenshots were a thing back then. Like I don't even know.
Oh,
It
this is a long time ago then.
it was a while ago because like you can't even prove,
Right.
you know. And I think, and
Wait,
it
were you
was
going out with Dominica at the time?
no. This was before her.
Okay.
This is before her. But I think what I wound up doing was because I worked for a company, and
I know.
it was a legit company,
Right.
and what I had to do was I had to go in and I had to show her. She goes, "Don't do anything." She goes, "But I remember I had to cover the pictures with my hand, but like at the same time, like show the past, the history of the conversation, that there was
Yeah.
no like, hey, I didn't say
No.
like send me a nudie picture of you or
Right.
anything. Yeah,
There's no sexual harassment. Quid
yeah,
pro quo.
right.
Show me your butthole and you'll get a raise. No, I don't think you would do that anyway, but
Cute
You're still
butthole, but
laughing
no
at this
thanks.
butthole.
Yeah, that's the greatest line I've ever heard.
Oh God. No,
Yeah.
like, was this reported to HR? No.
Uh, I don't know what my. I don't remember if it was that big of a deal because
Okay, good.
she said it was an accident, and I think it all got like that was really it. I don't think there was any other reason to.
Good. Because I feel like people make such a big deal out of these. Like, you shouldn't go to HR for that,
Well, then
you
there's
know?
the other thing that it's like I feel weird.
Yeah.
You feel weird going to your boss about it,
Yeah.
but then I feel like if you don't tell somebody about it, and like 3 months pass, and she's like, "Well, he's got naked pictures of me on his phone,"
He was jerking off to my butthole.
So it's like it's like
It's a hard
it's one of those
decision.
it's really one of those weird, yeah, really weird things. It wasn't
Definitely.
it wasn't that big of a dust up at the time. Like it was, like I showed her the thing, and that was the end of it.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that she still remembers doing that? Like, to this day?
I would have to say yes, because it's stuck with me to this day.
Now, do you think my old boss, Paul, remembers that
Wait,
today?
wait, who?
His name was Paul.
Who's?
Like, do you think he remembers
Oh, your old boss.
me
Oh,
yeah,
yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You think so?
I'm. You want to know the God's honest truth? You know what? Seriously, I can't remember what she looks like naked. I only remember the face that she was making in the photo, and the fact that she was wearing like a yellow shirt. That is stuck with me. The rest has
What kind of face?
be
Was it
kind
like
of.
this?
It was kind of like one of these, like, yeah, look, I'm trying to be hot faces.
This matched that.
I don't think anybody on this
man.
podcast gives more incentive if they're listening to go watch than you do, Janine.
I mean,
Yeah, it was a weird.
I still. Oh shit! Wait, let me ask you a question now.
By the way, almost so much. Go ahead, but almost so much of that. I don't really like sharing this story. Like I'm happy to tell it here, but it's not like
Oh, thank you.
it's so embarrassing for the other person. I always feel bad telling the story.
So, don't you feel bad for me?
Oh yeah,
You do.
yeah,
Oh,
I do.
thank you.
I mean, it
Oh my
makes
God.
it a little easier that it's not your real, your real business. But
And you know what was worse? It was on a Friday.
oh, that just
So
sits
I
the
had to
whole
go the
weekend.
whole weekend
Yeah.
nervous. Like, how is he going to act on Monday? He acted like nothing ever happened, though. He never said anything else either. But now with this girl, did she ever like act weird after she sent you?
I remember, yeah, and I think it was on a Sunday because I was doing an event. I was working an event, so it happened on a Sunday, and I just remember just thinking like, oh, I don't want to go in tomorrow. Like this is gonna be like, and these things.
Oh
What
God.
pisses me off? Look, if I do something to bring something on, you got to take responsibility for that. But
Right.
I hate when people get caught in the middle of something that has nothing to do with you anyway. Like that
Oh
drives me
man.
crazy.
I know.
So that was it. But I remember I went in the next day and I did the cover thing with my boss. I showed, the text conversation, and then that was the end of it.
It's always so awkward though. I know. Oh my God, I'm getting itchy for you.
It was awkward. I don't think that I really worked closely with her
Again.
like the rest of the yeah, I don't think so. I think I always like scheduled her on other crews and things like that just to not make it this like weird thing.
You and your cute butthole. Go someplace else.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's
Well, I'll tell you something.
Go ahead.
So now we're on both ends of this, right?
Hmm.
I think my situation is worse because I think she's still thinking about it too. Because I still do.
You still think about it? You still regret it? Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, how did I do that? And it comes up on my Facebook memories. Because I wrote something about trying to do something like MacGyver. And I'm always like, that was the day that Paul thought he saw my
It all.
big pussy.
I remember I was on you might have heard this story. This is a famous story of mine. I was on a bus coming back in high school. This is high school now. This is a long time ago. Two buses pull next to each other. I'm sitting in the window. I look over to the bus. This girl waves at me. I kind of know her, right? So I wave back. She like waves again, like smiling and waving. So I'm like, yeah, I see you. You know, I got it. Third time, I wave a third time until I turn around and realize she's waving at the girl sitting behind me on the bus that I'm on. It was the most, and that girl is in stitches,
Dying.
laughing hysterical at me. And I still remember that to this day more clearly than the other thing.
Then her butthole. I get it.
You just don't forget those super embarrassing moments that you've had in your life. You don't forget those things.
And boy, have I had a lot. On that note. You. Okay. I'm going to send you that picture.
Send me the picture. Yeah, I want to see your fake. I'm going to show D. Actually,
I think she might know the story.
You know what would be even funnier? You should send her the picture.
I will.
And be like, oops. And let's see if she reacts.
All right, I will.
I mean, I don't think she would be that shocked by it, but I think that would be a funny little thing to do.
No, coming from me, definitely not.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, Britney Spears is crazy and all she does is twirling videos.
I can't wait to meet Britney Spears twirling video.
I bet you your boss still talks about it amongst his friends and family. Did he have a wife? Was he married? Yeah. He probably had to tell her right away. She probably told him, come home. Don't go back to work with that slut that you work with.
Definitely. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Did you work there much longer after that?
I did. I worked there like total 3 years.
How many years after?
I have to go on Facebook and look.
Yeah.
It was at least a year in. You know how I'll know? I'll look at my Halloween pictures, and that's how I'll know what year.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right, let us know. We'll fill these blanks in on the next episode.
That's what she said. We'll fill these buttholes in.
That's Jay Sabs. This is the Anthony on Air podcast. Go to anthonyonair.com to get all our links. Thanks so much if you made it this far. And don't forget to rate and review on Apple Podcasts. I read the nicest review the other day, Janine. It was so lovely. It was like, oh, this gets me through my day. It was one of those. Aww. It was really, really nice. It was really, really nice. So we appreciate that wholeheartedly. So thank you guys for the reviews that are coming in. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you.